Okay, so welcome back everyone. What I'm looking to do in this video is I've got several cards back from Cardscore.com at this point, and what I've done is actually sent in a group of cards that I've had graded from other grading services, so that we can compare to Cardscore.com. Really interested in seeing how the scores there compare to other grading services, and so that's what I've got. These first examples in terms of comparing those services. So in summary, getting back over to my slides. Okay. So these are the 10 cards that I focused on in particular, and it's a good mix of everywhere from a PSA 10 down to a Beckett 5 and a lot in between. Also included SGC and GMA in the mix as well. And so, in general, the way Cardscore works is you either have you can visit a kiosk at a card shop or at a show. I've got the actual home base unit, which is the same technology, but this attaches to your Ethernet network and then USB to your Epson V600 scanner, and then you scan your cards. And what I did is I scanned in these slabbed cards, but I scanned them in as raw cards, and I scanned them in such a way that the tops that show the score were covered, so as not to bias the results of scores. So scorers could probably see that they were in slabs, but couldn't see what the scores were. And so those scorers were hopefully grading them as they would a raw card. Again, they wouldn't be able to see the scores. And so you can sort of see in this example, I did a scan of the front and back, sent it into cardstore.com, and in this case, this Zion got an overall score of 93. So interesting, considering that it's a PSA 10 card, but sort of an example of the Cardscore Scorers looking and really paying attention to the slight imperfections in the card and scoring the card accordingly. This is actually a report that you get back from Cardscore. Includes the sticker, which in the case of a raw card would go on the front of the slab. In this case, the slab being a magnetic one-touch from Cardscore. This is their first generation. You can see where I've stuck the sticker on that one already. I haven't stuck the sticker on the slab yet. They say you can put it on the back. I just haven't done it. What would be really cool if I found something that could encapsulate the PSA, and then I'd put the sticker on that. But in any case, in this example, the corners were 93. Centering was the highest marks on this card in terms of what the scorers saw. Edges were the lowest, so I must have some imperfections here. We'll take a look at that shortly. I've scanned all these cards with the same V600. We can zoom in and see how we got those scores. And then the surface was a 93, and then the overall average of all those scores was a 93. Excuse me. Average was a 93. So in general, I was pretty impressed with the results that at least I got back in terms of these initial examples. So PS10, you can sort of see that equating to a 93 in this example. That BGS 9 from Beckett also scored a 93. Had a GMA 10 that also scored a 93. So you can sort of see a pattern forming there, where a card score 93 is creeping up into that PSA 10 BGS 9, GMA 10 sort of range. Even the SGC 9.5, you can sort of see that that 92 in there. For whatever reason, the scorers like that Patrick Mahomes 2017 gave that, although SGC gave that an 8. The Cardscore Scorers felt more of a 92. So perhaps a sort of a PSA 9 sort of range. The same for that LeBron. For this GMA 10 Tom Brady, there was a slight imperfection on the corners. That's why I have a little asterisk on there, which is why these probably a low-end GMA 10, but the card scorers felt more a 90, and so in that PSA 9 sort of range. And then a 87 for my Peyton Manning rookie card that got a PSA 8. Upper Deck LeBron was a GMA 7. Cardscore Graders or Cardscore Scorers felt more of a 84, so sort of a mid-range PSA 8 roughly. And then the BGS gave my Michael Jordan a 5, although the Cardscore Graders felt more of a beginning to be a sort of a low-end 8. And so I'll take a deeper dive into this. Again, I've scanned all these in my V600 scanner, so we can zoom in on this. But in summary, this is how at least in my 10 examples here, my card score results compare to PSA, to Beckett, SGC, and GMA. So overall, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, but often pretty close. And so some interesting results. And so up next, I'll focus on. I'll break this up into groups of 5, and focus on the first 5 cards next.